shout out to Bandcamp.
Users can now report AI music and get it taken off the platform altogether.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching. Nigga. I ain't never felt like Tekashi 6ix9ine this much in my life. Oh, buckos. I'm snitching.
Curtis DIYer.
DIYers, shout out to Bandcamp for taking a stand that a lot of these punk ass companies are afraid to take. Now, I've been critical of Bandcamp in the past, even though I use their platform. I've been critical because I felt like because of their tenure, because of how long they've been supporting. If you don't know what Bandcamp is a platform that artists like myself, producers, bands, pretty much independent artists sell their music on directly. People go there. The whole community there is there with the expectation of buying and investing in digital music, physical music, vinyl, cassette, CDs. It's a whole community over there. And they've been going strong for so many years. But there's been a lot of people who have congregated there, especially as the conversations start to shift about going direct to consumer, which I want to show you some other platform that is direct to consumer. But Bandcamp has been kind of quiet through a lot of things that have happened. They're not quiet about this, though. I thought this was really dope. Bandcamp has officially banned music generated wholly or substantially by AI, reinforcing its commitment to human creativity and artist community connections. The platform states that music is much more than a product to be consumed, and that the human connection found through music is a vital part of our society and culture. Before I burn into that, I want to make sure that I actually read their message and not the one that got reposted by Pigeons and Planes. Let's hear what they're talking about. I'll move this over here real quick. So it says Bandcamp's mission is to spread or help spread the healing power of music by building a community where artists thrive through the direct support of their fans. We believe that the human connection found through music is a vital part of our society and culture, and that music is much more than a product to be consumed. It's the result of a human cultural dialogue stretching back before the written word. Similarly, musicians are more than mere producers of sound. They are vital members of our communities, our culture, and our social fabric. Bandcamp was built to directly connect artists and their fans and to make it easier for fans to support artists equitably so that they can keep making music. The whole platform's idea is to help continuously making music for those who sell their music. Today, we are fortifying our mission by articulating our policy on generative AI so that musicians can keep making music and so that fans have confidence that the music they find on Bandcamp was created by humans. Shout out to them.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
They say our guidelines for generative AI in music and audio are as followed. Music and audio that is generated wholly or in substantial part by AI is not permitted on Bandcamp. Hell yeah. Any use of AI tools to impersonate other artists or styles is strictly prohibited in accordance with our existing policies prohibiting impersonation and an intellectual property infringement. Is that so difficult to do? And even if, like, because I have questions. I have questions about how they're going to enforce that. It's so abundant now. Like, we might have to pull up this Demiza video. It's so rampant in the last 365 days, how much it's finding itself to all these platforms. And I know that there's a difficulty in slowing it down in general for these companies, but my problem is I don't think they have any intent to. I think they're trying to, especially Opify, are trying to speed the process up so that they can control all aspects of it and study it and put it back into their, have it for the machine learning and be able to duplicate it. Like, you can't look at an artist and download them as a prompt. Well, not yet. But you can take a piece of music like a Zania Monet and you can upload it with whatever information is attached to it, and you can generate a prompt of how to sound like this particular song or this particular singer. And there's no copyright laws to stop them from doing that. So it is a really, really tricky world in general. But shout out to Bandcamp for making that decision. I thought that was really dope. Hold on. DIYers, real quick reminder. If you enjoy these reactions and you want to go a little bit deeper, we got a private Patreon community waiting for you. On the Patreon, you get access to a private Discord, early videos, and full replays of the live streams that you won't see anywhere else. So if you support independent media and want to actually be a part of the process, hit the Patreon link down below in the description. Join the DIYers and let's keep this independent. # RR. Okay, I wanted to share this clip with you real quick from Ryan Schmidt, who's a really dope content creator, but also an attorney that works with artists all the time. Here's some thoughts that he shared about this Bandcamp ban on AI music.
Bandcamp just banned all AI music from their platform. Music and recordings that are 100% generated by AI or substantially generated by AI are just no longer allowed to be on this platform. And users can now report AI music and get it taken off the platform altogether.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching. You better not submit that punk ass music here to critique my beats, cause I'm snitching. I can't wait. I can't wait to tattletale on your dumb ass. They're letting us, let me get this straight. They're letting us report anything that we hear that may be AI. Nigga. I ain't never felt like Tekashi 6ix9ine this much in my life. Oh, buckos. I'm snitching. Send your music in. I dare you. I'm snitching. Oh, I'm telling your daddy Bandcamp. Oh, I'm telling. Oh, he cheating. Oh, he AIing. I'm telling. Oh, I'm tattletelling. I'm master splintering this motherfucker. I'm telling everybody. This shit is hilarious. Oh, why would you do that? And why in the hell would Spotify not want to do that, huh? Get on the game.
And the reason Bandcamp is taking this step is because of their core values. They built this platform to foster human-to-human connection through music, not as another content monetization platform. I think it's awesome, but tell me what you think.
I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm snitching. That's all I gathered from that video. All I gathered from that video is how much snitching I'm finna do. Peep these stats that I believe were given about digital music and streaming last year, and tell me if you don't see a trend of where this motherfucker's going. Shout out to Demiza.
End of 2025, streaming platforms are now hosting 253 million songs, and that number alone explains why artists feel invisible. According to Luminate, the catalog grew by nearly 38 million tracks in 1 year, averaging 106,000 uploads every single day.
What y'all got to talk about where you uploading 106,000 songs a day? What is all y'all talking about?
120.5 million songs, nearly half the system, received fewer than 10 streams all year. 73% didn't crack 100 streams, and 88% failed to hit 1,000 plays, meaning most music earns nothing.
You know the interesting thing about this word right here, Monica, you know what I think is going to happen? You know what I ultimately think is going to happen? I think talent is going to be the new gatekeeper.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Let me cook for a second. Imagine somebody saying, hey, we're in a different time period where the artists that are really making music that I can resonate with as a human being, they're not as present on streaming platforms because they're on platforms like Even or, Engineers has a platform, Bandcamp, and all these different platforms where you're going direct to consumer. They will then jump in the mix and say, well, this is where I'm going to find these albums first. Okay, let's go here. Something happens to somebody's brain when they realize, wait a minute, when I was on streaming, I didn't have to pay for this in order to hear it. But when they're sitting in front of your little dumbass song, your little stupid ass song about, I don't know, bowls of cereal or whatever your ass be talking about, when they sit in front of that song and they pull their credit card out, I think something happens in their brain that says, no, 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 no. They're not going to buy your stupid ass music because you have not put the time into a product. Your product is not worth even $1. Streaming was made for you. So I think the new gatekeeping in this situation is going to literally be talent. It is going to be the consumer making more informed decisions, intentional decisions. So I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's going to be interesting moving forward.
Meanwhile, just 541,000 tracks, about 0.2% of all available music, accounted for nearly 50% of all global streams, with songs in the 1 to 10 million range generating 1.35 trillion plays. That's the backdrop of why payouts feel broken and why fights like the Mechanical Licensing Collective versus Spotify even exist. While majors cut direct deals, independent songwriters are stuck with reduced rates, and the MLC is now battling over roughly $290 million
Jesus.
in retroactive royalties. Another stat is 96.2% of daily uploads now come from independent and DIY.
Come on. Hey.
Why?
Hey, the Miz, don't be shouting us out, man. Come talk to us, man.
Distribution. Uploads are now infinite, attention is scarce, and if you're not building a real audience leverage and momentum, you're not participating in the upside. You're just feeding a system that can't even hear you.
It's so crazy as he says this that there's artists that exist out here that think that building a real community is optional.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Do you know what your profession is? Like, do you know what you signed up for? I just make songs, get lit, and everybody gives me money. Isn't this how this goes? No. No. It's crazy how people are like, nah, I gotta get a fan base first and then I can go direct to consumer. That's like the person who is, like I say, the mom and pop business that is starting up a pizza restaurant that says, nah, I need at least 100 customers that want to be customers before they taste the pizza. Is that possible? Stupid. But, you know, I understand the hesitation because people have gotten away with literal murder selling or getting these streams off. But don't worry, streaming ain't going nowhere. You go enjoy over there in that thrift shop called streaming. You enjoy it over there. Getting your, man, shake a little something for that 0.003. You deserve it. Oh, man. Shout out to more direct-to-consumer news because obviously the future is heading that direction. The future is heading that direction. And if you needed more signs, think about how many apps have popped up and think about how many platforms or apps are starting to convert to having options for direct-to-consumer. One of the latest ones was the Untitled app. I don't know how many of you use this. I didn't know how many people actually did use it. I know that amongst the music industry and music producers and artists, it's a really dope app that allows you to upload beats and then like upload songs and like edit them along with somebody else in the collaboration, kind of like a Dropbox, but it's made specifically for audio. And you can even see, it's funny when I'm sending beats into an artist, I can see how fast they click off the beat. It start giving you anxiety. You start sweating like that Key and Peele meme. Like, oh damn, you don't like that shit. It is the funniest shit in the world when you start sending stuff over. That being said, the Untitled app starting today said that you can sell, because you couldn't do this before, but you can sell projects on Untitled. Just make sure to update the app and try it out. Here's a little video that they put together for that. Enable pay. Oh man, everybody is going in this direction. That should tell you something. Sign above, okay. Leave a bonus for those who purchase. Okay, is it pay what you want? Is that what you got? Okay, you could do a pay what you want. I think. Nice. Now people can go directly to the project. Yeah. This is good. This is good. This is good. Appeal to open. Yeah, they have a really dope interactive platform. Shout out to Untitled. That's dope. That is really dope. So recently, your friend Curtis was actually a guest on the One More Time podcast, and I talked about direct-to-consumer. And these individuals, being the amazing content creators they are, they supported some clips that talk the same thing we talking right now. And I want to share this with you because it's all on topic with this Bandcamp story. Peep this out. It says, does selling your music feel weird? Creative people usually aren't natural born sellers. And in direct to consumer, this is something that you must understand. They blurred the image out, but I think y'all know who the hell that is. He said he helps artists feel confident building successful direct-to-consumer businesses around their music. Why go direct to consumer? It turns listeners into real community, earn more money from fewer supporters. You own the relationship. Hello, because when you're on these DSPs or when you're on these stream platforms like a Spotify, you don't get an email. They don't give you an email. You don't own any customer data. You can only talk to them and communicate with them when you release new music, and that's the only one medium you can talk to them with. I know they added a DM feature. No, it's too little too late. You didn't care about that. You own the relationship, reach your fans directly. You own the data, deeper fan connections. They feel personally invested because it's direct. You're building a system that compounds emails, trust, repeat buyers. Continue on. Successful indie artists. So this kind of give my accolades. Don't worry about that. Tight shit. Don't worry about that. Peep this trailer out. Arts will literally change the trajectory of everything you're doing. People get 76 streams on a song and start complaining. You go into a busy Chipotle, capacity is 76. These streaming platforms don't treat you as a business partner. I can listen to Curtis King for the next 40 days. The majority of that money's not going to Curtis King. It's going to Taylor Swift. It's going to Drake. It's going to whoever has a larger slice of the pie. You don't really have a lot of control over your quote unquote business. So what direct to consumer says is, I will now create an experience through my music and talk directly to audience.
What are some of the tools to execute a successful direct-to-consumer strategy?
I use people. You definitely got to go check that interview out. So I wanted to go ahead and expose you to that. There's also another post that they just put up, because I'm starting to feel like if artists understood, because people are saying things like, I'm waiting until I have fans in order to do direct to consumer. Some people are making the argument that this is like you need a top of the funnel strategy to generate traffic. And that's not a lie. But it shouldn't be an obstacle to stop you from even having it made available. People see the value in what you do and they want to pay it. How dare you deny them the opportunity for that transaction? So I'm starting to have the theory. There was once an article made by a gentleman years ago that talked about if an artist at that time period had 1,000 true fans, they can make a living, because the theory was 1,000 fans paying $100 is $100,000. I think that because of the different mediums, because of pay what you want, right, and using that option, I believe 100 diehards today might be more valuable to you than 1,000 fans, 1,000 true fans. I think 100 diehards is probably closer to what that number is for most artists. I'll give you a theory. Let me explain it here. I'm not looking for 1,000 true fans anymore. I'm looking for 100 diehards. 100 diehards will literally change not just your current financial situation, it'll change the trajectory of your inspiration and motivation behind everything you're doing. How about 127 people accounted for almost $5,000 for a project that I did a few years ago called Storm Symphony? 127, $4,000, $5,000. Some people paid $100 per project. Some people just paid for extra feet. They paid it. 120. When I saw that, I said, who else is more important than these 127 people when it comes to my music? If I can handle this, it will multiply at some point in time, because they will sing about how great of an experience it is. But I better know how to nurture this before I even think about the demands of 500 paying customers, 1,000 paying customers. I saw that with 100. I said, oh, say less. All I must do now is make more music and make amazing music that they feel connected to. Get 76 streams on a song and start complaining and huffing and puffing about how nobody supports them. You go into a busy Chipotle, capacity is 76, and you're complaining that you can't get to your food quick enough.
You're doing Chipotle numbers, my guy.
Can you look at your views a little differently now? I'm not looking. I think the problem too, you gotta talk a little bit about ego for some artists. Like, they want to be able to have those vanity statistics, and that's one thing I do say about Bandcamp. I think Bandcamp can play into that. I think if Bandcamp did like a year-end strategy similar to the one that Spotify stole from that black intern, yeah, I think that if Bandcamp did something similar to it, that would be the ultimate move. They should go hire her, or try to work with her in some capacity and partner up. That would be fire. It would be dope to see them do that, because these artists want to be able to share their success and show the people who support them, just what it is. Now, I know Bandcamp has some amazing things. Like, let me show you my Bandcamp real quick. I do think this is an important feature because it does show you that other people are tapped into a project. So, for instance, I got this one by myself and my guy Iman Amari, and you can see underneath the actual project, it shows you people who supported the project. It says supported by, and it shows you all these faces, and then it also shows you reviews. So it's all sitting in the same place. You're able to buy physical copies of my project, autographed copies, vinyl, all that good stuff. Like, all of that is here. So it's something that if you make these things available, man, you never know what somebody is willing to pay. I've had somebody come in and buy this new song of mine called Time for $20. It's one song that is 3 minutes and 14, but you never know what it means to someone else. And you never know what kind of a gesture they want to share with you, because maybe it's not about that song. Maybe it's them feeling like, man, I have been wanting to do something like this for you for some time. Who are you to deny that and not give them the opportunity? I always use this example, and I talked about this on the podcast, on a One More Time podcast. There was an example from this book talking about building a fan base, right? Super Fans, I think it's called, by Pat Flynn, popular YouTuber, author, podcaster, all that. And he talks about how this company did a social experiment to basically show the value of having a high ticket thing available, a high ticket product or price available. Let me let you give the most simple example, and this is going to be applied to your music, because you may be feeling like anybody finna pay $20 for my music. You haven't given the opportunity. I'll give you an example. So they had this idea to go to a bus stop, and next to the traditional bench, they wanted to put a throne. It was a throne that was going to be roped off from everybody else. And in order to sit in that throne for the very same bus that everybody else is waiting for, you had to pay a higher fee. And people looked at it like, that's weird, until somebody actually bought it because, hey, why not? It's available. I probably won't ever experience this again. There were no added benefits except for a comfortable seat. And people paid a premium price to sit by the same bus stop that's absolutely free until you pay for your toll on a bus, because it was simply made available. So human psychology will show you that if you make a premium price available, it may not be for everybody, but it doesn't need to be for everybody. As we said before, you're heading for 100 diehard fans, not 1,000. You're heading for 100 diehard fans. So if you have that, someone will make that investment, especially if you have made an emotional connection with them. You're putting out content that reminds them, hey, not just I got new music, but hey, I am a creative in the process of being creative every single day through every medium that I have available to me. I am working, and I want to be fresh in your mind, and I want to say things or share things that may that may help your journey along the line. This is the work. This is the work. But if you don't want the work, just go to streaming. It's always there. That's why you get paid 0.003. You get paid for the business that has already been set up for you, which is why they take such a crazy cut. I'm looking at this thing a whole lot differently. If you want to come on this side and you want to generate income direct to consumer, I am always here to talk to, especially on the Patreon. Come talk to me. I would love to give you as much advice as I can, as I am in this new economy looking and seeing what it can be. Y'all lucky I got a YouTube channel and I'm servicing so many people, because if it was just music right now, boy, DIYers, those are my thoughts. New music is coming, by the way, but got to find harmony between all these things. Let me know your thoughts.
DIY.
Tear in your eye.